I also want to thank members of my community who came tonight because they know, like I know, how much Reverend Jackson's campaign in '84 and '88 meant to Arab Americans. Amen. Look, I came to Washington almost 50 years ago, tried to join a coalition for a new foreign military policy. We won the vote. They asked us to not accept the vote because some group said they'd pull out if you let the Arabs in. Got invited to a meeting with Vice President Mondale of ethnic leaders. Got a call 3 days later from the White House saying, we can't have you back for the follow-up because people complaining we had an Arab at the meeting. We had candidates give money back, candidates reject endorsements, and candidates who said when they found out that one of their staff members was Arab and people complained about it, they let him go. And then in 1979, Reverend Jackson came to the Palestine Human Rights Campaign that I was running and gave an incredible speech which preceded his trip to the Middle East to meet with Yasser Arafat to protest America's no-talk policy. That was a turning point for us. And in 1983, I remember vividly Reverend Jackson coming and leaning over and saying to me, I want you to come and work on the campaign. I'm running for president. And I said, Reverend, I've been doing work in the Arab community for 4 years now. I can't just give it up. He said, we'll do more for your community in the next 4 months than you were able to do in the last 4 years. He was absolutely right. Absolutely right. We had been rejected, we had been excluded, and we had been demeaned and defiled in so many ways. And then all of a sudden, there was a presidential candidate coming to us. Throngs appeared. Here's what we found, though, after the campaign. They all showed up. They gave money. They weren't registered to vote. And so we started the year after the '84 campaign. We started the Arab American Institute, which I still run till this day, to focus on voter registration, to focus on candidate recruitment, to focus on all the things that we learned in that campaign. And we talk about winning Michigan. We helped.
That's right.
Arab community made a big difference there. And we like to tell you, we had the biggest we've ever had was 4 delegates to a convention. In that year with Reverend Jackson, we went to 55, and we stayed at that point ever since. Because they learned the skills of politics in the school that Jesse Jackson built. And when I took the podium of the Democratic Convention to raise the issue of Palestinian rights, whoa! I mean, I had somebody on the platform, now I'm not going to give the name, but somebody on the other side of the platform here, and she said, if you talk about the P word, you'll destroy the Democratic Party. I said, don't play chicken little with me. We're grown-ups, we can deal with it. And we survived. We didn't cost Michael Dukakis the election. Michael Dukakis lost his own election. We raised, and I'll never forget the look on Reverend's face as people came to him that morning before the platform debate and said, you got to pull it. You can't do it. You can't do it. And he looked at him and he said, we've been going with this principle since we started this, and we're not backing down now. And he stood by it, and he stood by me, and he stood by my community, and I'm proud. I'm a Jackson Democrat, a Jesse Jackson Democrat, not that other side. And for me, they'll always have our platform, they'll always have their candidate, they'll always have their whatever. But I lived in the golden era when we had a principled candidate who inspired a generation, mobilized a country, and gave us a vision of how to move forward. We have not had since. Look, all due respect to Barack Obama, there was nobody like Jesse Jackson. Nobody. Nobody brought the world to America and America to the world like that. He was as at home in South Africa, at home in Kuwait, at home in Paris as he was in the streets of Chicago. Nobody else did that. And he made my people welcome. Never forget it. I got to introduce him a couple times in 1984, and one time I said something just sort of popped into my head. I said, I'm the son of an illegal immigrant. My father had come after they had the quote on Syrians, and they didn't let him in. He said, and the whole area was called Syria back then. He said, I'm the son of an illegal immigrant. I'm going to nominate for president the great-grandson of a slave. Only in America And that's the vision and the inspiration that Jesse Jackson gave me, gave my community, and gave our country.